What's going on, everybody? TK here with 7 Column Radio, your resident Titan.
I am Phase Fire with the resident hunter here.
We're closing out the season. The end is in sight. We're recording on 12/1, so in 3 days we are going to see our first look at Season of the Dawn. I'm excited. But
I am.
Go ahead.
Said I'm looking forward to it. You know,
always good when there's new content in Destiny. This season, it's been touch and go for me, honestly. There was things I liked and things I didn't. I think this episode we're gonna kind of go from the fly, just with our takes on everything, see what we liked, what we didn't, and what we hope for in Season of Dawn. I mean, this season they added a lot to the Destiny storyline, PvP wise. Meh. I'm gonna start with. Before we really get into it, let's not forget that we do have our clip of the week submitted to us via our Discord. Let's get that out of the way now. These clips are amazing. Y'all have been knocking it out of the park. Thank you so much for submitting them. If y'all want to submit your clips, be sure to join the 7th Column Radio Discord. Link is down below. You can send in your clips, and y'all might make it into this slot. Here we go.
You captured Zone A. 2 zones are yours. Zone B lost. You're pulling ahead.
And there we have it. That was our clip of the week submitted by y'all. That was just, when I saw it, I was like, no way.
it's one for the highlight reel.
For sure. We ought to get all these and put them all together sometime.
Do like a
7th Column Radio montage.
for like the season or something, you know?
That would be pretty cool. That might be something you and I got to work on. If we have time.
Definitely.
I know you've been busy, dude.
It's that time of the year.
Everybody's busy. So let's start with, first and foremost, they started off in Season 7 telling us that there was going to be a renewed focus on PvP in Season 8, which is where we're at right now. Do you feel they did that?
In ways, I would say yes. Other ways, no.
Let's see your ways of yes. Let's see if we can agree here.
So, the changes to glory losses and stuff, I liked. It was a good change. Matchmaking, in theory, could have been a good change.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in ways that they didn't. But, I don't know.
Don't fix what's not broken.
Guns felt good.
They did.
I know, as a hand cannon guy, I was a little sad to see the range nerf, but I mean, it's really not insanely awful, and I kind of get where it comes from. You know, you can kind of, not have to run all range perks on, your hand cannons now or whatever.
Definitely.
I get to play around with a couple of different things. The change to pinnacle weapons. I mean, the Randy's throwing knife is really nice.
If it was any other archetype, it wouldn't be. We've talked about that.
Exactly. Iron Banner.
Banner really didn't change, honestly.
No,
Banner's still hit and miss.
I think. Well, I mean, not even like match to match. Matchmaking definitely played a role, but I would have liked to see some, new rewards or something.
Yeah, I'm excited for. Well, that's going to be Season 8 or Season 9. Excuse me. I get my numbers mixed up. They're all trying to run together.
But yeah, I mean, I would agree. It's been kind of.
I feel like they hit it down the line. Things they knocked out of the park, the increases to glory and how it works. I got to help 5 guys in the space of the last 3 weeks get Recluse.
Nice.
That was... I would have never been able to do that otherwise. I'm good, but I can't carry. I can definitely not carry, and these guys did hold their own. Psychotics, SB7K, Smoke Eater, Malavar. Like, all these guys did amazingly. They were good players. They just couldn't get a team together and get the win streaks. We get together, and I got 2 in one night, 1 another night. 7 SBK. I couldn't help him finish, but he was able to. That guy has some dedication. I kid you not. He moved, had no internet, and connected via his hotspot on his phone to play some comp. There we go. This guy is dedicated. My hat is off to him.
It's crazy.
Well, it was really awesome. It wasn't bad. Like, he wasn't glitching all over the place. He wasn't. I mean, he said his hit registration felt funky, but that's the most he said. And I mean, if anything, that's against him. That's not against the other team.
It's true.
Weapon-wise, I love the hand cannon nerf. Hand cannons were not in where they should have been. I think we can agree that. But by them nerfing it the way they did, a lot of perk choices opened up. Explosive payload, timed payload one. You put those two on a hand cannon, which I can't remember. There is one that can get both.
What was it? Explosive payload and timed? You said?
Whatever that timed one is. I can't remember the exact name.
It's like timed payload or something. I have it on a Better Devils.
You can get them. There is a gun apparently that you can get it on both. I want to say, and they ignore range. If you want that range thing, there's your hand cannon. I'm sorry we did not research it for y'all, but D2gunsmith.com, amazing to find out what guns can get work perks. Check it out. Hell, Banshee44.com. There's so many different places that you can see what guns can get what perks. It's really, really awesome.
Or you could have been like me this season once I got it and just ran Thorn because damage over time.
The damage over time is really nice. Thorn,
and it's not affected by that.
Crimson came out of the woodwork and was doing really well. I see Crimson all the time in Rumble. It makes me mad.
It really shines in the the larger lobbies, I think.
Yeah, it definitely does. Overall, it's been really good for that part. The matchmaking, I will agree with you, the queues are kind of funky. I have no idea. Especially like with Banner, we queued up for Banner the other night. It took us forever. Me and my infinite stupidity accidentally queued us up for quick play, and it queued us up immediately. So
got a nice little warm up.
Well, no, we were midway through. Like it was taking forever to connect us, so I backed out and then just Abbott. I quick play, and everybody's running like immediately when we spawn. 3 guys stay where A should spawn. Everybody ran off, and they're like, "Where are the flags?" And I thought the game was just glitching out, that there was no flags loading in yet. And then I saw that I saw the map we were on, and people started saying, "I've never played Iron Banner here." So it's like, oh, my bad, guys. So that was another thing that happened. I got to this season connect with some people from 7CR, with people from Stream On Nation and their communities, and we were running a 6-stack in Iron Banner 2 of the past few nights. Last night we didn't, but the night before and the night before that we had a 6-stack at some point, but of the 2 communities combined, which was nice. Shout out to Stream On Nation. It's really nice having communities connect like that. I really like that about the Destiny community in itself, that there's so many communities, all that makes us up. As far as the focus on PvP, I feel like they shouldn't have said it as a focus. I feel like they should have worded it differently than what they did. Personally, when I hear focus on PvP, I mean that's it. Like, there's not really going to be a lot of PvE changes, and there was a lot of PvE changes. Not that there didn't need to be any, but if you're going to tell us that there's a renewed focus on PvP, that ought to be where the majority of changes are taking place. Unless what they were meaning was a renewed focus behind the scenes. And if that's the case, there might be a little thing coming back in Season 9 that the community's been calling for a little bit.
Oh, you think?
We'll talk about that here when we get to it.
But, I would agree with the behind the scenes thing.
I'm hoping that's what they meant, because I really don't want to think they're lying to us.
I mean, they went in, they they tweaked, armors for supers and stuff like that. I mean, things that, in reality, like, if they changed, would you notice? Probably, but like, it wasn't something like, I don't know, unless you're like us or like our lovely community. Most people aren't going to think twice about popping their super in the Crucible. I think a lot of it was like, I mean, even with like the change to matchmaking, it's all kind of tweaks and kind of stuff like that. So I mean, before that, really, had they changed the meta too much? Not really. Had they really tweaked anything? No. So I think like it was more of a, let's call it like a re-engagement. Like they.
I could agree with that. The hand cannon one really brought out a lot of guns. You're seeing auto rifles come out of the woodworks, scout rifles, not just the Randy's throwing knife because people are getting it. PSA: if you haven't picked up the quest, pick up the quest, because the quest is not going to be available at the start of the season. So you can still work on it if you got it, but if you get rid of it, you're not going to get Randy's. So PSA, momentum control next week. Grab your scout rifle, get in there, pop some heads. Anywho, they did good as far as that PvE stuff. That artifact, that's been a tough one. Let's start with the most basic thing. The light increase due to EXP. Like it or hate it.
The increase the light? Not a fan, because it affects Iron Banner.
Bingo. Your reward. I mean, if it had like a cap where like the first Iron Banner it let you have 10 light, the second Iron Banner maybe let you have 20 light, and so on. Sure, I'm down.
They should have just capped the artifact, if anything. The artifact should have capped off at like, I don't know. Like, so, like, you remember back in D1, like, you would raid, and then, like, what was it? Or not even, hang on, let me rephrase that. So, you could run, like, strikes and, normal, like, PvP stuff and all that, and you'd get random gear and stuff like that, but most of your gear came from, like, Iron Banner or trials or raids or whatever.
Yeah.
You kind of hit a hard cap before you would go into those kind of things.
Right.
Why not hard cap? Why not, like, say, okay, so for this season, the max light level, or power level, whatever you want to call it, you can get with your gear is, 950. But with the seasonal artifact, you can get up to, like, 960 or 970 or whatever, Yeah. Why is it, like, limitless? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
there were people with like 980 friggin' things like that. Like, they're just going to destroy people who are like maybe at like 950.
I could totally understand that. I totally agree. It's just, I didn't like that it affected everything so much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for rewarding yourself as you get your, like, rewarding you for playing the game, getting the XP, doing the stuff. I'm not a fan of how it affected the Iron Banner, because I'm running 960. I ran a dude against the other day that was 980. I tried freaking hitting him with a headshot, and the dude shrugged it off like I was hitting him with a pea shooter. I'm not okay with that. Like, especially with a hard-hitting hand cannon, if I get the headshot, or not hand cannon, sniper rifle, if I get the headshot, even if you're 30 levels higher than me, there shouldn't be that big of a damage reduction after we've already hit the max light level. But that's just me.
I would agree with that. 100%.
Maybe next time make it where from 950 and below you have the damage differences, and after 950 there's still a damage difference, but it's not as hard of a curve. I'd be okay with that. Make it where even at the highest end of the curve, it can still take a headshot from a sniper rifle and be downed. I'm good. Solid. Enhanced mods in the artifact. What do you feel?
I like it in theory.
Gave everybody access to some good ones.
Yeah, it gives that access. I like some of the unique kind of things that came with it. Some of the unique builds are not even unique, but some of the interesting kind of builds that spawned around.
The enhanced perks, like the enhanced reload and whatnot. Not the other ones are a whole another monster. Thunder Coil and all that. Because some people are actually against having the enhanced mods in there, not for the fact of you're going to give it to somebody when I worked harder for it. It was more that I don't want to get used to having enhanced hand cannon loader, not get it from a Pinnacle activity this season, and then next season I don't have it anymore, kind of thing.
That's true.
And I, for one, was one of those. So I purposely did not pick up any of those if I could help it. And if I did, it was just to increase to the next level of the artifact, and so I didn't have to mess with it.
Okay, that's fair. They did they not say? I feel like when they announced it that the mods may not return that were on it, but they could potentially. So
yes.
There's no saying that. I mean, I think the whole Armor 2.0 needs to become Armor 2.5.
Well, they did say that they're not done. I do recall that. I do like, for the fact of the last few of the artifact, the Thunder Coil, Arc Battery, and all that. I like that they're there for basically them to play around with things that they could put on an exotic later.
Yeah.
These are almost all of those could convert to perks on an exotic. And Bungie even said that when they were talking about the artifact and describing what it was like, they said that the last tier of perks are almost like exotics. And they are. Which was nice. It basically turns our gameplay into a sandbox for them to take stats and see, hey, just how many people would actually use Arc Battery as a perk if we had it.
Exactly. I like it. I like the foresight, I guess is what I'll call it, to do something like that. I mean, because
now with this, they can see how broken is it. Instead of putting something like One-Eyed Mask in, where we've had people have had to deal with it for so long and complain, they can now put things like this in, test it as a perk for a future exotic for a season. After the season's over, it's gone. No harm, no foul. And they can decide whether they want to keep it in or not.
Exactly.
Arc Battery as an exotic, I do not see it making a turn. I don't see it happening. People didn't like it. Maybe if they reduce the timing on it so that it had to be an exact dodge, because right now it's kind of dumb with how much time you have to roll on the ground and
on the ground.
It's kind of stupid how much time you have to roll on the ground and just tank damage.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can tell he's not a hunter. Roll on the ground. The disrespect.
I'm just saying, don't get me wrong. Void grenades one-shotting people, no bueno. The being able to kill a dude with one punch after you break a shield. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one either. I didn't run those. Although tonight I am going to try and get myself in Iron Banner and run double sniper, but run insurmountable Skull Fort for the instant melee charge and just shoulder charge people when I'm out of ammo. At least make it where it's difficult. I'm going to try it tonight, see how that goes, but that's neither here nor there. The artifact overall, I'm liking the feel of it. They're making some good moves. It's just...
I like the concept.
They're really towing the line of whether yes or no on it. What I don't like about the artifact, there wasn't something for every subclass.
I think they did it for a reason. And I'm sure we will kind of discuss this here soon. But
you have a reason why there was no solar buffs on that on that end. Ooh.
Yes. Look at the changes for season 9. What are we getting changes to?
They don't want to make it go stupid with any changes in the artifact. Or that was changes that they were going to implement, and they decided no, let's wait, and give it as actual things in season 9.
I think we're getting since we're getting all the solar subclass changes. That was discussed 2 weeks ago in the TWAB, I think it was.
This, by the way, is our segue into season 9. By the way,
yes. So I think we'll see some solar perks on the artifact for next season.
Okay.
Because of all the changes. So I don't know if it was just unintentional and happy coincidence, but
that's still maybe, even if next season is all solar, that still leaves my problem with the artifact. That
I agree.
There needs to be something for all of them, because solar, with how it was this season, you don't see anybody running a solar class in PvE because there's nothing for it.
I agree completely. There should have been something for solar, even if it wasn't something.
If you get a solar melee, crazy. You get health regen. Like, make that one unmod and yay. I mean, hunters would like that. Just to land a solar melee and it triggers health regen. Little throwing knife action.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Double knives on the Ophidia space. Sign me up, Bungie. I can help y'all. I can help you.
I definitely think we'll see it this upcoming season, though.
I could agree that it's just like
maybe they were just kind of, I don't know. Maybe we'll see more, or not even more, but different ones for the other two classes. Maybe it won't all be solar. We don't know.
None of us know.
We could guess, but
we'll know a little bit of the storyline in the next few days, which I'm curious of, considering what happened at the end.
Yeah, I'm
with us pulling the Undying Mind out of every timeline and wrecking his face.
I'm interested to see what happens.
I feel like Saint 14 has to be involved. They have to bring my boy back.
Anything to get more of you Titans back, huh?
I mean, if you want freaking Cade to pull Shaun of the Dead, I mean, I guess we can do that, but shame. I don't know. It's just I have high hopes for season 9. Where I'm hoping Trials comes back with how much data they've gathered from Elimination, them talking about a renewed focus from PvP, and us assuming that it's all happening behind the scenes. I'm hoping Trials comes back. Because I got down on some Elimination this season. Oh my gosh.
I'm hopeful, but I'm also I'm hopeful, and I really think it's going to happen this season. But part of me says, well, what if they didn't get
enough
enough data,
I've seen videos where people are saying that they hope it doesn't come back with the way the state of PvP is right now. And honestly, maybe my hot take, the reason why PvP is as broken as it is right now, artifact mods. They're gone next season. Bring it. But, again, I could be wrong. It's happened before. Ask my wife. I'm just saying, like, PvP at right now, I will agree with one of Cammy's hot takes. You can't really brag about being good at Destiny PvP.
No.
Because there's not a level gap. I'm an average player, but I can hold my own in the high levels.
It's a really smooth trip up until, like, Mythic 3, late Mythic 2.
Well, then that's when you get running against the same guys that are grinding hard for Night Forgotten. You run to the same team.
We don't even run into. We ran into. I haven't had that experience all too often. It happened a couple times.
This is just on Xbox.
Yeah. Just a couple times. Most of the time, it's all different teams. The interesting thing is you were talking about, there being a whole bunch of different variety of guns now in PvP since the hand cannon nerf.
Yeah.
But almost everyone I see above, I don't want to say at least above Fable 1, has been rocking a hand cannon. of some sort, whether it be a Trust, a Luna's Howl.
For that, I feel like it's the nature of
Thorn.
It's the nature of what the way survival is, the way it plays. It's the object of the game is to eliminate your team faster than they eliminate your team. So it's all about draining their lives. You want high or low time to kill guns that can kill quickly. Sniper rifles, shotguns, fusions, hand cannons. Hand cannon is the fastest time to kill on primaries. I do feel like hand cannons still need a little bit of work. I mean, when one...
Don't take away my hand cannons.
No. This is actually going to be a buff. Here we go. 140s and 150s actually have the same time to kill. They both take 3 headshots, or 3 or 4 headshots. Can't remember the exact number. If that's the case, why would I use a 140 if it's the same? I want the gun that can shoot faster.
True.
Make the 140s where it's 1 headshot, 2 body shots for a kill.
Fix the bloom on console. While you're at it, just side note, please.
Well, bloom, they have to have it to...
I know.
Offset stuff. It's annoying. Flinch
it's just
is stupid.
So much. Yeah.
Flinch is stupid, but Daddy Saladin gave me a enhanced sniper rifle flinch. Enhanced unflinching sniper rifle.
You know what I get a lot of flinch on? And I'm probably one of the only people I see run it still. Is I run my Arbalist.
I ran into one the other day with it, so you aren't the only. You're not the only one, brother.
It's so rare. It really, like, to see. I mean, it's a really good gun, and I highly recommend it. I don't run it. It's not like the, I'm running it just to be that guy who's like, oh, I run an Arbalist at Mythic 3, Like,
look what I can do.
Yeah, it's not like
I've seen you use it. It's
like,
really
I'm gonna
good.
run No Land Beyond in trials. We're gonna run a whole team, and we're gonna go flawless. Like, it wasn't that.
No, it's a solid gun. I've seen you use it. It's helped you shut down supers. I've seen you get a quick shot off right after you land. Like, it's bouncing still, and you still nail a shot. So it's got some sick bullet magnetism.
I've hip-fired a headshot in a super the other day, like a week or two ago.
Oh my gosh! Tell me that's clipped somewhere. I gotta see that.
Yeah, I think I sent it.
Tell me it was a warlock too.
No, it was a traitor to my own kind.
Good. Come to the dark side.
It was rough. It's a really good gun. Very underrated, I think.
Flinch needs to be fixed. Flinch needs to be fixed. It's really bad. They're not done. I know they're not done. I know that they're going to continue and fix everything. With Stadia coming into the picture, Stadia's got to fix their crap first. But Destiny on... I got to play it actually over the Thanksgiving holiday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my brother-in-law's a web developer, and they hooked him up with a controller, and he has a buddy pass, so I could get it too. I just have to buy a controller. But I got to play Destiny on Stadia, and it sucks.
How did it? He said it sucks. I was like, how does it feel? He's like, it sucks.
It's more of a controller thing. You can feel that there's a delay, or it could just be that I'm used to the way my Elite controller is situated. Y'all playing PlayStation, it might feel better because the thumbsticks are located in the same spot as the PlayStation thumbsticks. On Xbox, if nobody recalls the Xbox controller, they're offset. This is the left, here's the right. With PlayStation, this is down here, so it makes it easier. Stadia controller set up the same way. We have another model.
This is my I just got this actually. Purple.
Nice. Get your logos in there.
I got it on sale for like $40.
Nice. Little birdie told me I'd be having another monitor coming in. So
ooh.
I know. 4K gaming monitors, sign me up.
Ooh.
Walmart had a deal, dude.
Did they?
It was under $150 if I recall. Yeah.
Wow.
So, we'll see. I will post setup pictures and make it look nice and pretty. Right now, I'm set up. It works. I'm happy. I'm in my office now, getting ready for everything. But back to Destiny. The Stadia thing, it just feels funky, like it might be a delay because it's wireless. What is cool about it staves your game state. So, like, if you're playing, oh, I gotta go do something. You back out of the Stadia app on the Chromecast. You go do whatever. You come back. Any bullets that were in the air when you left are still in the air. And then they fly to where you're at. Yeah. So it's essentially a pause. But not if there's other people in the patrol area where you're at, their state continues on. Yours stays.
I wonder how that would work in like a PvP match.
I'm pretty sure it will not let you do that in PvP. I'm pretty sure it will count just like when you leave Xbox, the Destiny app, and close it. If you're gone for too long, it will kick you. I'm pretty sure it won't stop it, but I don't know. I didn't have a chance to play PvP because, like I was saying, Stadia needs to fix their stuff. My controller would not stay connected more than about 5 minutes at a time. So that was annoying as hell. Especially trying to teach my brother-in-law how to Destiny.
I can imagine. Oh god.
He's really good. Like, he can play a warlock with the best of them, but he wanted to learn Titan because Titan.
I'm gonna have to sit him down and have a talk.
Teach him how to roll on the ground?
Yeah, teach him how to roll on the ground. I'm gonna get a hunter shirt that says "I roll on the ground." Nice hunter logo on it.
Just have the hunter wearing the graviton forfeit rolling.
Maybe it may be something we end up with in the Streamon store.
Dude, I honestly would buy that just for the fact that it's hilarious.
I mean, if there was a demand for stuff for seventh column, I am sure one of the wonderful officers at Streamon, maybe me, could
sign it. There we go.
Stuff for some merch.
Little collaboration action. I'm down. Have a Titan holding a door closed. Hold the door underneath. Little Game of Thrones reference.
You gotta have some fun with it.
Oh hell yeah! We're gonna talk about this more after the podcast. We have ideas now. Be on the lookout for 7th CR merch. We'll post links when it's available.
But yeah, season 8 overall. Let's wrap that part up, and then we can
season
talk about
8. Season 8. If we could sum it up in one sentence, the future's bright.
I would agree with that. Give it a number on a scale of 10.
There we go. Scale of 10. I'll give it a solid 7.9. Almost at 8. If it didn't have the artifact mods messing everything up and the light increases screwing everything up, it would be an 8 to a 9 because I'm the asshole that says there's always room for improvement when they give surveys.
I'm going to give it a 7.
Ooh.
Reason being, what you said, the artifact mods, the power increase, and for the love of God, they need to do something about matchmaking. I
can agree to that.
It is awful.
So,
and I'm not even talking about the wait times. It's the fact that I can face someone who is not even like Guardian 1, and then face a guy who is legend. He's at 55. I can go from a squad of guys who are Guardian to a squad of guys who are at 5,500.
Now, see, that played in my favor on a match because I had a guy. I'm not going to give a name. Just going to say that I played with him before. He is a top tier player, just as good as I am.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good. He gets in a match, he gets downed, and then he gets this revenge mindset. Like, I am going to hunt down and murder the guy that got me. Which isn't a bad thing.
No.
Go out for blood. Go out for blood with thought behind it. This guy did not have thought behind it. He would run at it mad. He would also pull the Fates Pyro, as I've become to call it, and look out loadouts as they go in. Again, no problem with it. The problem with it is when you see the loadout, you see a Not Forgotten, and you say, oh, we're already going to lose. That's the
Okay,
problem.
so I don't do that. I say there's a not forgotten, even if there's like 3 of them. I'll be like, all right, there's a team of them. These guys, you don't know how they got them.
Exactly.
It could have been, but you
And
want to.
they already start to win when you think like that, is the way I put it. So, we were doing that, and we lost a match ugly to that. And he said that, and he got upset. I said, don't think about it. Look, and I pulled up a dude on Destiny Tracker. I told the guy we were playing with, hey, all 3 of them, they're Fable 2. Right now, I'm Fable 2, you're Mythic 1. So they're in between us. It's fine. We got this. We proceed to wipe the floor with this team. 4-0. They had nothing. We land all our shots. Snipes were dirty as hell. We're done. I said, you remember how I told you they're all Fable 2? No. I said these guys were 1 win away from Legend, and we kicked their butts.
I look at loadouts. I don't really look at skill gap too much, or rank too much. It's only when I start to see or feel like there's a big gap between the teams we're playing. So we could go in 4-0 a team, and then the next team rolls up with all not forgottens and absolutely destroys us 30 seconds into each round. Then I'm like, all right, hang on, I gotta go see what these guys are about, because it's more me trying to understand what the matchmaking is how it works.
I hear you.
Versus
this was just to explain to him, hey, it doesn't matter.
No. I mean, we beat Legends. We 100% have beat Legends. We've had matches where we've come back. We were down 3-0 to these dudes. Come back.
It's totally possible.
Straight.
It's all about the mindset. The second you start doubting how you play is the second they start winning.
If something is not working, though, please, for the love of God, don't be afraid to change.
Of course, change your loadout, change what's comfortable, and play with what you're good with. If you can't time a freaking arbalist shot, don't use it.
Well, not just that, but okay, so we could sit and we can play and we can snipe. I could snipe, but if these dudes are just cracked with shotguns, it's not going to work, no matter how comfortable I am. It's I
find debatable, but
I think there has to be a level of
with that, it depends on how comfortable you are with your team. If you know what your team's using, you know where they're covering, that kind of thing, you can play with it. We played matches against a full team of shotgunners, and I domed these apes left, right, and center while Psychotics was covering my ass with a Monte Carlo.
I would say it depends on who you're facing. As far
that
as
also plays a part. I'm not going to argue that one.
So, I'll play with Canadian Chad all the time. His stats are better than mine. So every team we face is I shouldn't say every team. There are matches where we just wipe the floor with people, but most teams are going to be a little bit sweatier, a little bit more cracked. And if I don't... So, I've had matches where I start with the Arbalist. You've seen me use it. I am disgusting with that gun. Disgusting with my Lunas. That combo works so well, because even if I body with the Arbalist, I can finish them with the Luna. Whatever. Yeah. There are times where that is essentially my sniper loadout. The reason I run it, just to kind of give a little bit of background, is because there is no blockage on the field of view on the Arbalist at all. It's literally a sniper with a short range scope. But
yeah,
we run. I can run that. I'm good with it. But if this team is shotgun running, being super aggressive, and I am not doing what I need to do with that, I'm going to switch to a fusion rifle or a shotgun, because that's how the game has to be played, because that's just how it is. You can't... I don't know. It's something I learned. I feel I learned a long time ago playing Trials. We'd have, guys using final round snipers. So what do? We push them so they can't land that final round sniper shot. It was just...
I can agree with that.
Taking whatever their strength is and trying to turn it into a weakness, instead of trying to headbutt strength against strength. I can agree with that. I mean, if you can, turn a weakness into a strength, or a strength into a weakness, you know, who's to say instead of winning that match 4-0 or 4-3, you don't win that match like 4-0 or 4-2 or 4-1 or whatever. You know, who's to say you don't win that match earlier? Save yourself a bit of time, get another match, and keep grinding.
I hear you. I can agree to that. Let's see here.
But anyway.
Season 9, we're hoping for trials, of course. What else are you hoping for out of Season 9?
I'd like to see the pinnacle weapon be a fusion rifle.
All right. Little,
just, you know, little
guaranteed tap the trigger backup plan action?
Oh, hell yes, please.
Stability masterwork to tighten that spread up? I don't fusion often, but when I do fusion, I know what I want.
Put it on a nice frame for me too. Oof, I would be in heaven.
What about a kinetic fusion?
That would be interesting. I would take that. I would take it, but the lore hound in me says that's not possible. So it's...
You never know. Omalon might be working on something behind the scenes like Bungie.
It's like it's an internal thing. It's like fusions are elemental. That just doesn't work. The only reason that, you know, the Arbalist exists is because it shoots like a fucking heavy slug round, energy slug, I believe is like the definition of it or whatever. So it's I would like to see that. That would be interesting because then I could run like my Luna's Howl. I think that's one of my biggest issues with my Lunas is I can't run like my Retold Tale or my fusion rifles or anything else.
Yeah. I want to see some sidearms come out of the woodwork.
I would like that too.
I mean, granted, The Last Dance. I kid you not.
Baby.
That is a energy last word now. Have you used one lately?
No, I have not.
Get one, quick draw, opening shot. And as much range as you can stack on this thing. And you got yourself a energy last word. I can't take full credit. Geekermon posted a video with it. Dude popped off with a sniper rifle in it. Provoker and The Last Dance. And don't get me wrong, the guy's got skill to begin with, but it was just something about us seeing him with that sidearm. I immediately, like, he calls it the last word, energy last word, in his video. But he's not BS, and it ain't a clickbait title. It's good. As far as other things, I'm hoping for making where the Gambit pinnacle weapons aren't such a pain in the butt to grind.
Yeah, that would be a... I haven't even bothered with...
I picked up the quest just so it's not gone.
Yes, that's literally what I did. I haven't bothered with the Hush. I haven't bothered with the... this season's LMG, SMG. It's just... I mean, like, it looks alright, but, like, that quest...
Cool Guys swears by it. He had a video with it lately.
I said it looked... when we were talking about it earlier in the season, or when it... I think it was earlier in the season when the season first launched. It looked good. Like, perk-wise, it looked good. It would look decent. It just... I don't know. The Gambit quests take forever. The playing Gambit takes forever. It's just like...
Sure words.
I did the breakneck, and that was enough.
I haven't even done the breakneck. So, I live in the Crucible. I die by the Crucible. Fun facts that I heard today that I didn't know. The guy that voices Saladin is also the guy that voices Reaper in Overwatch. You can have... There's a little Easter egg. If you get 20 kill streak in Iron Banner, you'll hear him saying "die, die, die," just like the Reaper super in Overwatch. And then you hear him tell Shaxx that he needs a glass of water, and Shaxx calls him old, and he yells back, "I'm not old." So there's your OK Boomer reference in Destiny. But yeah, I mean, I got high hopes for it. It could be great. They're really shining now that they got Activision gone. This was the first DLC that they pushed without them and had no help from any of their studios.
Yeah, I was happy with, like, overall. Like, I know I have issues, but overall, it's still you love to see it.
Yeah. One last thing that I'm really hoping before we close out. I'm hoping for freaking crossplay.
I'm sorry, what?
Crossplay.
I saw where that was on the table. They said it was something that since PlayStation is open to it, Bungie said, well, it could be something that we look into. It's not something that they said they weren't actively looking into, but I would be interested in it as long as I don't have to play with PC players. Nothing personal, but console versus PC just doesn't work, especially with the difference in frames and everything else.
The frame rate and everything, I can agree with you. As far as playing against them, like, control-wise, before they changed how the matchmakings and everything work, after crossplay was enabled, I played on PC for a little bit with a control. I could not tell you who was using mouse and keyboard and who was using control. Everybody played the same. I felt no difference.
Their meta's different. I hope.
Yeah,
I would like it to be...
the guns that were used were different. It's like, holy hell, why the hell are they using that?
Yeah,
but
I would.
As far as like gameplay itself, not weapon choice, but actual gameplay, I couldn't tell you who was what.
Oh yeah. If it is a thing, I'd like to be able to, like, I don't know, tick a box. Like, okay, I'll play cross-platform with Xbox people, but don't want to play with the the PC people unless I'm on my PC.
Fair enough. I think that about rounds it out. We got everything that we recapped in Season 8. Hopes for Season 9. Gonna see if we can get a little bit of a schedule worked out and get us all live on Sundays. We're recording Sunday today due to extenuating circumstances, to say the least. But that's gonna be it for us at 7th Column Radio. Fates, you got anything to add?
No. Other than I can't wait for the changes to Gunslinger. And goodbye, One-Eyed Mask.
He had to say it. He had to say it. That's going to be it for us at 7th Column Radio. I'm TK, Tibbercat. You can catch me at twitch.tv/Tibbercat if you want to catch me live. Just catch up with me personally and my going live at Twitter, the same name, Tibbercat. Fates, where are they going to find you at, man?
You can find me rolling on the ground. No. Twitch.tv/Fates_Pyro. I am Fates_Pyro. Pretty much anywhere. Instagram, Twitter.
And on the ground.
And on the ground.
Oh, that's great. That's going to be it for y'all. I hope y'all had a happy Thanksgiving. We will catch y'all in the next one, and we will see y'all next week at 7CR.